They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 4.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities in one throughout this game.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on.
26-yard
From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And managed to pick up about 4 on 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On the sneak, Minshew. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action, it's Minshew. Now he's going to step up and run. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the 1st.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Able to find Gray here. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw it. Minshew. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Minshew going to keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
And 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Minshew. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Good reactions there. Defense screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 5. Now Minshew. He had him there open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
You take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Daniel. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stroud. This pass complete to Higgins. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. Force what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Nico Remigio deep for KC. That's taken it around the 40. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle, 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Kansas City.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. 1st down sack, 2nd down negative rushing play.
And I will guarantee you right now the head coach is weighing in on his headset to the offense coordinator, whether he thinks it's strategy or he thinks it's execution, because that's going to determine this next play call. Are you staying with what you're doing, or are you going in a different direction?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 49 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Texans 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
How about that shovel pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there to the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Stroud looking to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of your receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud. And he's as he gets this down to the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And Stroud now to throw. They set up the screen, Marks. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run forward Marks. He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Return. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
I believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a nice throw there. He's obviously feeling pretty good, because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Minshew quickly completing it out wide. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
23 yards. First down, Chiefs.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They go play action here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improv, the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. This is caught. And for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Makes the score Chiefs 17.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. touchdown. Here's Bunker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
To the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. I'm going to give him marks. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud. Look in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Breaking down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Up the middle, it's Marks. Credit into the 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Stroud working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Tommy Townsend now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Then the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 27, Minshew. Over the middle here to Brown. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Minshew sets to throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's March to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud to throw it. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
As soon as he looped down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy as he gets it away. 46, a return of 5. And will come the offense as they take over. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you know, normally during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Motion man left is Kirk. Stroud off the play fake. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops.
and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking for the out. Here it's completed to Kirk. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? Question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, a ruling on the field is reversed.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Minshew. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Now he'll take this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down. So smartly got the yardage he didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throwing now is Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Daniil Hunter able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's getting back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Matt Ariza now.
For the Chiefs.
Here's Noel. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Here on the right side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Stroud. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. That's caught again by Schultz. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stroud looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. And he's got it. Touchdown! Jaden Higgins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he bangs it through, makes it a 17-13 ball game.
17.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Minshew. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down and a yard. Here's Minshew. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this 2nd half as we are about to get underway. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. A good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that has laid it so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the run going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
For once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. As Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They run straight ahead with Marks. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
4 at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Texans, first down. First down and goal to go.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On the give, here's Marks. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Woody Marks, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
20. Chiefs 17.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's caught right side by Rudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Able to find Gray here. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Minshew sets to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he will take it and for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Now
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll begin on the ground with Marks. And they scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Stroud to throw it. Throwing no, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Yards to go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Hey, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
On the handoff, Marks. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll send Kirk in motion right. From out of the gun, here's Marks. He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with a slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. 45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Stroud. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Kirk, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they were ringing him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? Both know. One big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, 47 yards. And the Chiefs have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The handoff, it's Marks. To about the 40-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Marks. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one by the line of scrimmage.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. 0 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
The team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
Yeah, and still more to quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a pickup of 3.
And that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what his own defense is down on. Catching the much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff now for Pacheco. Dances by at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 87 on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Falls to ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. It'll be a pickup at 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
A gain of 16.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be taken at the 13. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there. The drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little moment there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but we got to go thank the guys on D.
Keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, Bart, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Stroud out of the gun here. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what a touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, right on 1st down. Mertz. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, back to Marks. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time to make sure you get in shape.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
7 upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
You got it on the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Texans.
So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. They'll get this complete to Worthy.
Minshew's pass complete to number 1, Xavier Worthy. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Good throw there. It was incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
5 yards to go.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Daniil Hunter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pound. It demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 return. The home team's offense in their running back. He has put in a full game and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Marks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
10 yards on the pickup.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the spring there for that big strike and that big pickup?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yards. Work on that clock. See if you can continue.
Definitely, you want to bleed at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time to stop you? You can charge.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football. Turn it into a catch.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Open man is Higgins.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting it.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Marks. Call it a gain of 4 on first at second down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things and keeping a long drive going.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. He's got Higgins over the middle. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Marks. They'll take this one. It's down. Willie Marks, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to build on their fourth-quarter lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 41.
A 10-play drive that time. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. After the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out hard.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try it from a 2-score deficit.
Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, Minshew to throw.
They'll check this one down at the checker.
So they'll get 8 out of that complete. That'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
This is much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way in the possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with they need a touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Minshew.
just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of the Chiefs' first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Minshew. And to fit that football in, it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
On 4th down, Minshew. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations get the ball back and that miracles occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to out on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Good position for the Houston Texans. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start from the ground. A few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There on the stop with Leo Chanel.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And they'll go play action here with Strutt. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on 1st down. And they can measure it from there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like the baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just liking it. These guys, they got it done.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here. 1st down and move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And Stroud now to throw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go, Chiefs!
So a big one coming here for Kiney Fairbairn. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
To put a drive together. Minshew sets to throw. And his throw is going to be in.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they make second down, second and short. I think they thought the cover was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards. Do that all the way downfield. It's just going to take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. He'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. A quick throw caught by Rice.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A big play here, 3rd and 2. Now Minshew. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Charles, normally when you see a group score points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The party, I assure you, just getting started as we say so long, everybody, from Dublin.